Hello, I want to be a rabbit today. Is that okay with you? Thank you. What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all good. So in today's video, we're doing another testing one. You guys, I love these videos. So let me know what brands you want me to do next. I have a ton of stuff. I always have like loads of brands ready to go, but if there's anything you want in particular, let me know. I'm down to shop. I'm down to put stuff on my face. I'm just down to try out new stuff. So yeah. In today's video, as you can tell, we're gonna be testing out Collection makeup. I've used Collection makeup for years. Like their little Lasting Perfection concealer was like the OG when I started YouTube. And since then, they have come out with a lot of new stuff. I picked up the majority of this in Asda when I was doing my weekly shop. Some things I did already have laying around, but yeah, they had a lot of new launches since I last checked. Like they've got a Lasting Perfection foundation now. It's in a glass bottle. It's very fancy. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to get through today. Like I feel like there's more than normal to get through with this brand. So let's just get into the video. But before we do actually, you might be able to note you're not going crazy. Some of you might be, but generally speaking, you're not going crazy. My eyes do look a little bit different because again, I do have contacts in. This is not sponsored at all. I do have a discount code with them. But yeah, like Slotica, who I normally wear, they've got this new brand called Aquarella. And they're dailies and they're like super subtle. They just kind of, I don't know, just like cool down my eye tone a little bit and just give it a little bit more light. I don't know, I'm just into them. I'll leave a link to it down below. I do have a discount code with them, but yeah, I just thought I would point that out just in case some of you are looking at me and you're like, has she developed cataracts? Not that old, guys, okay? By the time you see this, I probably would have just turned 28, but like, give me a break. It's not cataracts time yet, surely. And on that note, let's get into the video. All right, so first of all, I have this primer. It's called the Illuminating Touch Liquid Radiance Primer. So I'm gonna slap some of that on my face if I can figure out how to do the pump. Hello? I love that I just talk to inanimate objects in hopes that they will like respond back to me. Okay, so it just looks like a white blob. Feels kind of like silicone-y actually. I was expecting it to be more of just like a liquid highlighter sort of situation. I can't see that it's done that much to my face in terms of illuminating. Like you can see it does have little like flecks of shimmer in there, but on my skin, like you can't actually see it, which is probably a good thing because I don't really want to put like a primer on and literally just be like disco ball. Okay, go on Ollie. Edit my face into a disco ball right now. It's disco time, baby. Oh yeah. Feel the groove, dance, dance, Anyway, so next, like I said, we have the new-ish foundation. I got sent this a few months ago now, but it's still fairly new. I think it's like the newest foundation that they've done. So it's the Lasting Perfection Matte Foundation. It says it's 16-hour wear, SPF 30, 6-in-1. Tell me more. It says primes, conceals, covers, smooths, protects, mattifies. They're right, that's 6, well done. You just passed Key Stage 2 mask, congratulations. So I'm gonna chuck a bit of that on here. I have it in the shade Biscuit. I have been liking matte foundations a bit more than usual recently. Blending out fine. It's not skipping or anything. That looks okay. I can tell it is gonna be more matte than most other foundations that I used. Oh my God, I just threw, what is wrong with me? I could set a good example and get a new sponge, but do I look like the kind of person that sets good examples? Look at me, I'm wearing freaking bunny ears. I got a mum tattoo that I got when I was drunk, and I don't know, if you've come here for good examples, you've come to the wrong place. This is why I get cat hair all over my face, because there's one right there. Will I change? No. Yeah, so far, with it not being powdered down, that looks fine. So now, let's move on to concealer. So this is the Lasting Perfection concealer. I'm guessing it's the same formula as the original, it's just now in like glass packaging. So I'm using it in the shade Cashew. It's like one shade lighter than what I was using for foundation. Bit of that in there. I'm just gonna do one first because I know this stuff does dry down quite quickly. It's been 84 years since I've used this stuff. It's been a long time. It's giving me good coverage. So let me just try this concealer here. It's like the same, supposedly the same color as the foundation. So I'm just gonna go over a few tiny little spots and like around my nose. And what have we got up here? We got this guy, these bad boys. I did that thing the other day where I was like, I was so sad. And I was like, what's going wrong? Like, what is wrong with me? And my med's not working. I was a bit worried. Came on my period the next day and I was like, ah, yes, I forgot about that thing. 28 years old and still forget every month that happens. I mean, this is kind of exactly how I remember it, to be honest. It was never my like favorite of all time for my under eyes, at least not for like all of my under eyes, but for covering up certain spots and stuff, it always did pack a punch. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it looks so far. Nothing's gone wrong, nothing's looking weird. I need to powder it down, so we'll see for sure, but right now, it's all good. So then I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of this, the Precision Contouring Stick thing. What shade do I have it in? Medium 2. We're just gonna go in. Okay, I definitely think I need to be creamier because like that was just quite a harsh stripe. Did that do much? I feel like it maybe did a tiny bit, but I also feel like it maybe took off a little bit of my foundation. Yeah, it's just not creamy enough. It needs to be a lot more of like a gel-like texture because otherwise you're just kind of just rubbing it into your face. It doesn't look bad, like it hasn't ruined my makeup look at all. It doesn't look that much different now I've saved it, but like I don't feel like that really adds much basically. Next up, we're gonna go in with the gorgeous Glow Drops. So these here are in the shade Glow 2. I have used these once before, but I cannot for the life of me remember what they were actually like. So I'm gonna go in with a bit of this on like wet skin. Ooh, quite subtle, but adding the little bit of dewiness that I need to my face right now. You know, like it's just added a little bit more shine. I mean, you can see my face shiny. It's wet, but yeah, this one has just added a bit more of like a healthy glow. You can kind of just see it on my face there a little bit. That's blended out really nicely. It's not overly intense. It's not anything you're gonna properly notice probably on wet skin, but we're gonna powder it down and I'm gonna try this out again. So to be continued, my friend. Now I'm gonna go in with the sheer loose powder. So this one here is in the shade Translucent number 2. So I'm gonna take that hair off that brush. Welcome to my professional salon. And I'm just gonna go ahead and just set my under eyes down. This is what I'm nervous about, because I mean, you all know, I'm very like protective over my under eyes. I like Bye Bye Under Eye and I like a select few loose powders. This, I'm just like, ooh, you better be good. I can already see it's like a bit more textured than I would necessarily like. That's why I don't normally like to powder down my under eyes too much, because then I find they do just kind of look a bit textured, but it's not bad. It's not amazing. Like there are definitely more lines on my under eyes than I would like. I'm trying to look younger here. I have faith that maybe it will like settle down a bit and the oils in my face will just kind of like moisten it up a little bit. What's your least favorite words? Like I know some people don't like moist. I can't even really say it without cringing. I hate the word panties. No. Yeah, let me know the word that makes you cringe. Like squelch. Moist, lockdown, quarantine. So yeah, it is pretty matte. I wouldn't personally choose to wear this base like often. I might wear them on their own or if I'm wearing something like super hydrating underneath, but altogether it is too matte for me with like the powder, the foundation, the concealer. However, there's a bit of creasing around my nose, a bit of creasing around my mouth. Like there's a little bit more creasing than normal, however, it's not bad, okay? It's affordable, it's matte, which isn't my normal thing anyway. Like it's hard for me to review things that I just generally don't like. Like if I was there reviewing a blusher, you guys know I'm not that into blusher, but like I can tell when something is a good blusher versus a bad blusher, and this is okay. It's like, it's not in the middle, it's like just slightly higher than the middle so far. We'll see how it looks in half an hour. So now I'm gonna do a little bit of contouring and blusher, bronzer, whatever. This is called the Contour Kit Highlight and Sculpt. I have used this before. It has been a long time, so we'll just give it a go. Do a bit there. This is actually quite a warm tone powder, so I'm trying to go quite light-handed. Okay, that is quite warm toned. I need to tone that down a bit. Come to me, my little trusty sponge. Guys, top tip from this professional beauty guru. If you find that you've maybe put a little bit too much powder or something on your face, use your sponge, use your, like if you're using a foundation brush, just tap it. And it does just kind of, this is really old. I'm probably gonna get something on my face now for using a really old brush. But yeah, just tap it in, works wonders. That's quite a bit more warm tone than I would have liked. Let me try this one instead. This palette is called the Blush and Glow, and it's got this shade here, which does look darker, but it does also look more cool toned. These are actually quite pigmented, like even with barely anything on my brush, it's just like, hello, I'm here. You say you wanted contour? Yes, but not that much. I do everything very heavy-handed. Someone actually said in my comments, apparently that's like an ADHD thing. I'm just gonna blame all of my faults and downfalls on ADHD now. It's great. It's like, oh, your eyebrows don't look very good. Can't help it. It's ADHD, you know? So I'm just gonna take whatever is kind of left on my brush and just do a tiny bit on my forehead. Like this is all I really feel like I need, just a slight little shadow. Otherwise it's just a bit too much. So now I'm a bit scared because of how pigmented that was. So now I'm gonna go in with a tiny little bit of this blusher here. And that picked up a lot of product. So again, I'm gonna dust a lot of that off. Pop that on my cheeks. I have another bronzer to try actually, more of like a shimmery one. That's so subtle. It probably doesn't even look like much, but that's what I like in blushes. So yeah, then I'm a little bit scared about this now because this is the Bronze Glow Mosaic Bronzer. It's like a shimmery bronzer. So I'm hoping that won't be too much on my little face. And I'm gonna go quite high. Bronzing me up a little bit and also giving me a tiny little bit of glow with the pigment in there. Guys, I'm thinking about doing a little question of the day thing. So maybe we'll start it with this video. If you have a question you'd like me to answer in one of my next videos, leave it down below and I'll pick one of them at random. It can be about anything. It can be a serious question. It can be like just anything. Something to do with my setup, makeup, my personal life. But yeah, whatever you want to ask me, whatever you want to know, ask it down below and then I'll just start answering some of them at the end of my videos. Could be fun. All right, so now I'm gonna move back on to the liquid highlighter. So I'm gonna take some more of that, dot that just up here. And then again, just blend all of that in with my sponge. Let's see what you got. Okay, that's good. I know people always want dupes for like Iconic London and the Cover FX drops and stuff. Iconic London is more intense. Like it is literally like the most intense liquid highlighter. However, this is pretty damn close. Yeah, that's so nice. Ooh, that's very nice. Yeah, definitely prefer it on powdered skin, a little bit on the Cupid's bow, and by a little, I mean a lot. Milk mustache. Then, as always, I have a bunch of highlighters to try out. So I have this one in this palette. They all kind of look the same. So we have the one in the blush palette, which is like that, if you can see it, which actually looks pretty good. We've got this one in the contouring palette. So that one doesn't look as pigmented, it looks a lot more chalky actually. So yeah, that one ain't looking too hot, but maybe we'll try it. And then I also have this gorgeous glow highlighter in the shade number 1 Opal. So that swatch is kind of like the first one did. Let's do it next to it. So this one's actually a lot lighter, but you can probably see it has got quite a nice shine to it. So first of all, I'm gonna go into that blush palette and just pick up some of that using my Luxe Powder Fusion brush. One day I'll learn how to speak. I always get questions about my favorite highlighter brush. This applies highlighter like nothing else. Like this is the one brush I would choose to put my highlighter on. For a second, I didn't really think it was doing much, but I think it is just definitely more of like, I mean, it's not subtle, it's there. Like it's very intense, but it's not overly metallic. It does just kind of give me a bit more of like I'm saying natural sheen when I'm aware that my entire cheekbone is just like taking off right now. To the other side. I mean, you can see it's like bringing everything out a bit. It's not overly shimmery or metallic or overly pigmented, but it's doing something, you know what I mean? I mean, that on top of the liquid highlighter does look really nice. I'm then gonna go in with this one here, the Gorgeous Glow one. This one I feel like it's slightly more metallic, but again, it's not that pigmented. It's like one of those things that if I blended it away enough, you probably wouldn't be able to see it. But then again, like I do know that not everyone wants a huge metallic stripe of highlighter down their face. I personally can't relate to that. I'm like, just bathe me in it. But like day to day, a lot of people, they don't want like intense stripes. So this is actually quite a nice natural, but still definitely there highlighter. I'll then just take a little bit of this one. Again, I have tried this out before. It's been a long time. I remember that not being like the best highlighter ever. I only used to use that product for the bronzer. Yeah, not really into that as a highlighter. It's not doing anything wrong. It's not like screwing up my makeup look. Like people have said to me before that I'm like too nice about products, but at the end of the day, it's like, okay, I don't necessarily like it, but I'm not gonna sit here and say to you guys, and like for some of you that already use this, nah, this is crap, this sucks, because like, it's not doing anything bad to my makeup. It's not ruined my face. It's just not doing like as much or the exact thing that I maybe wanted it to do. But yeah, I used to love this a lot back in the day. Not the biggest fan of it now. I would probably prefer to use something like this just because the highlighter is better, the contouring powder is better. Then you get your blushes as well, which are actually like, they're actually nice color blushes. So I think that's kind of it for like all my base products. So I'm now just gonna go in with some setting spray. It's the Dewy Makeup Fixing Spray called Prime and Ready. Trying to see how it smells. Just kind of smells a little bit like makeup, funnily enough. Wait, actually, this is dewy. Give me more of that. Like, shall I just like open the bottle and just pour it on my face at this point? Wait. I have to use this in videos, otherwise like, I don't do this day to day. You think I sit here with a fan when I've done my makeup and I just sit there for like 30 seconds? So let me just be extra for like 5 seconds on a video. It's the only time I can do it. Because otherwise I just get back in my garlic bread hoodie and just wear a face mask. All right, so now I'm gonna move on to my brows. I don't have any other brow product today apart from this guy here. So it's called the Incredibrow Brow Definer. I have it in the shade Brunette. It's just a standard little pencil. It's not like an overly thin pencil, it just kind of looks like a liner. So I'll just fill in a couple of little hairs. I mean, this does just feel like a liner. It's very, very creamy. It's doing the job absolutely fine. I mean, once it's kind of worn down, then you will just be left with like quite a blunt tip. So I'm just like, how am I gonna do like precise brow hairs with that? I think it's probably best if you do just wanna fill in a few gaps as opposed to filling in like brow hairs. So yeah, I don't rate that. It's not awful. You can definitely get an absolutely fine look with it. Like it's really not doing anything wrong. I'm just like, okay, but I would prefer it if it was a lot skinnier and if it wasn't so creamy. It could, however, I'm like a multi-purpose kind of person. I like to make things work where I can. So let's have a look. We can do some little fake freckles. Yes, we definitely can. So we'll do a couple of those. So now I'll move on to my eyeballs. So for that, I have the Eyes Uncovered shadow palette, which obviously just has a ton of cool tones. I'm gonna do something quite smoky today because I also have this glitter liner here. Anyone remember these glam crystals? They've been around for a long time now. Literally when I was about 14, 15, I had a couple of these and I would even like put them on my face because I was quite emo when I was younger. And yeah, I would just put them all over my face and they brought out a bunch of other colors. This one I really, really like. Like, can you even see that? It's almost like a bluey kind of gunmetal tone. But yeah, I'm gonna do a little cool tone situation with these. I'm probably gonna put this in my crease, a bunch of these on my lids, outer corner, inner corner, armpit. So yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna go in with the shade Coast first, just on a fluffy brush. I like that they've made the two like colors that you'll use more often, like the transition color and like the highlight as well. I like that they've made those bigger. So I haven't set my lid down or anything. I'm just gonna go straight in and just blend that out. That's actually way more pigmented than I thought. I've probably said that in videos so many times. I don't even care. I'm my own walking cliche at this point. But yeah, like that was, I don't really need any more than that. So then what should we go in with? I think we need to do that color here, Earth, on my lids. So maybe I'll start off with the color Stone, which is just like a gray tone. And I'll just do that more so on my inner corner. And just kind of just do a light wash of that. So now I feel like I'm just gonna do it without even trying the other way first, because I do think I will need to wet my brush before I do this. I'm gonna go in with the color Earth and I'm gonna make sure I pick up quite a bit of that so it's quite dense. And then I'm just gonna swipe Earth on there. I mean, it is that these shadows aren't pigmented, but it's more so a case of you just need to layer them up. It's not like they're just not pigmented full stop. It's just a case of, okay, you might need to put 2 layers on it as opposed to just 1. Oh my God, the color is sick. It's like a blue-brown. I love that color. Oh, then gonna go in with a slightly smaller brush and go in with the shade Summit. And I'm just gonna dot that on the outer corner. I find this is like the most flattering eye look for me. I know I do it quite a lot, but it's because honestly, I do just prefer it. Oh, I like that a lot actually. I always do dark smoky eyes and like brown smoky eyes. I'm sorry, I can't help it, creature of habit. But this is like a nice little twist with the bluey brown on top. So now I'm gonna go in with that glitter from before, which is actually quite bluey now that I look at it. And I'm gonna go over that nice blue brown. Sorry friend, goodbye. I'll see you another day, but right now we need to try out some makeup. And then I'll just get this little flat brush just to make sure it's blended. And I'll basically just tap. Wait, let me take off my rings. Otherwise they'll fly everywhere. Yes, okay, rings back on. Compose self. This was so simple and easy to do. And I'm just like, hello, it's time to party now. Can I go outside please? Because I want to party with this makeup look on. I'm now gonna take a little pencil brush and go in between the shades Stone and Summit, just because I don't want it to be as dark as Summit is, but I want it to be a little bit darker than Stone. And I'll run that quite close to my lower lash line. Let's do like mostly on the outer corner here. Happy with that. So then for my eyes, I also have one of their Glam Crystals liquid eyeshadows. It's in the shade Aura 1. I swatched this before I filmed this video and it looks like a really nice, just liquid highlighter basically. So I'm gonna take a bit of that on a little pencil brush because I wanna try it on my inner corner basically. Let's just dot that on there. I mean, surely I can't go too wrong with that. Yes, yes. Let's take a bit of this from the eyeshadow palette. Same brush, I'm lazy, I don't care. And I will just layer that up. Really freaking happy with how that looks. That was so easy. I didn't have to mess around with too many blacks or anything to give that effect of like a super smoky eye. Okay, sure, some of these might not be the most pigmented shadows in the world, like this one here and this one here. They weren't that pigmented, but go over it twice. It doesn't look bad, it doesn't look any different. You just have to do 2 layers and put in like 5% more effort. So next I have the Max Curve Mascara. It has a weird wand. Let me try it this way. It's like a little mustache. So I'm gonna just try and figure out what the hell to do with this. Wiggle, wiggle. Please don't get it on my lid. I wish the wand wasn't like this. I wish it was just like short bristles like the telescopic one or something. Just because I do find it a little bit tricky to kind of like work in all of my lashes. It is a little bit more awkward to do, but the result looks pretty good. So as long as you basically don't poke yourself in the eye with this big mustache brush, you're fine. Okay, so last but not least is obviously my lips. So I have these guys here, the Velvet Kiss liquid lipstick thingies. They are called moisturizing lip creams. I have used these before. They are very, very similar to the NYX Soft Matte Lip Creams. NYX obviously do have a lot of colors. That's why I do prefer them, but the actual formula is pretty similar. And I'm gonna start off with the lighter one. So you can see it is just like a liquid lipstick, but yeah, like a cream version. And I just wanna see basically, let me swatch this color here, because it is more of like a berryish sort of color. Listen, I'm not into this sort of color really, like I am, but not with, I would rather wear this color just with like a very, very plain eye look. But I need to just get out of my comfort zone a little bit more. I mean, if I'm basically a makeup channel and all I do is wear nude lipsticks, that's no fun. So let me just wear this slightly darker nude lipstick. Baby steps, okay? So I'll just do a little lightening in the center. I also have this here. This is called the Rich Truffle Intense Shine Gel Lip Color. Oh, what the hell? Wait, let me swatch that better on this side. That's actually a pretty banging nude, so I'm just gonna add some of that. Okay, no, that's not gonna work. Stop being stupid. Right. Wiping it on my sock. I just wanna see, basically. You can't see much. It is definitely more of like a shiny finish, but there it is. So then I just like to give the back of my hand a kiss. A lot of product does come off with this. Like they're not transfer proof or anything. And then I'm gonna take a bit of concealer because I just love ombre lips. Even just a tiny bit. Press it in like so. I don't know what that noise was. Okay, I'm now gonna go off camera, do the other eye, my usual thing, sort out my hair because that. Yeah, I'm gonna sort out my flat hair now and do the other eye, and I will check back with you guys in a second. Okay, so this is the finished look and I actually really, really love it. Let's have a little look at the base because that was like the main thing. I was like, do I like it? Do I not like it? There's a bit more creasing than normal. It's more matte than normal in certain places. However, it has kind of like chilled out on my skin a little bit more, like settled in a bit. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the base. The lips on their own, I love it. The eyes on their own, I was like, what are they doing now? I was gonna do like this. That doesn't make any sense. Hi. But yeah, overall, I'm pretty damn impressed. Like I thought it was gonna kind of be like a 50-50 situation where I would like half the stuff and maybe not so much the other half. But I mean, I'm trying to think of things that I didn't like. I don't hate this, but I'm not that into this product anymore. I wasn't really into the contour stick all that much. In my opinion, it needs to be a lot more creamier just for it to blend out a lot nicer. I'd probably say my favorites are these guys here. So the liquid highlighter, the cool toned eyeshadow palette, this glitter, because I feel like this just completely made the look, and then also the lip creams, which like I said, I have loved for a long time. So it's currently 11:13 in the morning. It's actually my sister's birthday today, 12th of January, so yeah, just gone 11 in the morning. I'm gonna wear this for a while. Again, like it's tricky doing these videos because like normally I would like to go out and about and just like test my makeup in the rain or just like, yeah, just in everyday life. But I mean, the next time I check in with you guys, it's probably gonna be like, I'm gonna try and aim for like 8 or 9 o'clock or something. I'm gonna have eaten multiple times. Honestly, I might take a little nap. I got like 3.5 hours sleep last night. I am tired, so I might try and like sneak in a little nap. And yeah, either way, I'm gonna try and keep this on for as long as I can, and then I will check back with you guys in a few hours. Hello. My hair is looking crazier and crazier as the days goes on. All I want is for world peace and life to go back to normal, but all I want is my extensions to not look like this. I'm just covering them up and pretending that it's not a thing. I swear, if this lockdown carries on, we're gonna have to do the DIY tape and extensions again. It's gotta be done. I ain't doing the mullet. I refuse. The world will explode into a million pieces before I embrace the mullet. I just want nice hair again. Anyway, hello, I'm a little bit tired. I've had a glass of wine, can you tell? It is 20 to 11. I'm not going to bed right now. Of course I'm not. But I do just want to take off my makeup and take out these contacts, and I just want to get it off my face. It's all stayed on my skin pretty well. There's like a couple of little scratch marks from when I was obviously just like itching my face without realizing. It's creased a little bit more crustiness going on, just like standard. I mean, how long have I had it on now for? Like over 11 hours? About 10 and a half hours, I think. The mascara's transferred ever so slightly onto my lower lash line, but like nothing really, just a few little specks. As you can see, the majority of my lipstick has worn off. It's just like a tiny little bit, yeah, just here. Just a little bit still holding on. But yeah, it still stands like my favorites with a liquid highlighter because I mean, I think that's what's helped to keep my highlighter on because I literally haven't touched that up at all. Liquid highlighter, liquid lipstick things, eyeshadow palette, and this bad boy here. That's just stayed on. There's a couple of little specks of glitter on my face, probably just from like, just doing stuff to my face because I'm the kind of person like, I'll sit there and I'll just be like scratching my face with a full face of makeup on. But yeah, I ain't complaining after like 10 or 11 hours. I think it looks pretty damn good. So guys, let me know what you thought of this makeup look in the comment section down below. Let me know if you've tried out anything from collection. Let me know what you love. Let me know what you maybe don't love. Let me know what other brands you guys want me to do. I love just testing out affordable brands. I'm more than happy to test out any brands, but like affordable ones, I'm like, ooh, show me the good stuff. I think before I do actually take this makeup off, I might actually go and select a bunch of like my favorite things for under a $5 because I've been wanting to do a video like that for a while. So yeah, stay tuned. You might see this makeup look again. I'm probably just gonna like touch things up, do my lips again, just make sure like spots are covered and everything. And yeah, just a little preview of a video coming soon. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, you all know what to do by now. Please do give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you do want to see more of me because I do upload every Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. But apart from that, that is it from me. I love you guys and I will see you in the next one. Bye. I don't know what I was doing with my fingers then. Bye. Oh, and don't forget to leave like a question, comment thing down below if you want me to answer them in my next video. If you don't care about anything, that's fine. But if you do want to ask any questions and like have yourself featured at the end of my video, leave them down here and I'll do it in my next video. Thanks, bye. Bye. Okay, I'm done.